Good morning. Packing up my lunch, also packing my little protein shake and my caffeine for the morning because you probably see it in my eyes. I'm very tired. And got back at like midnight last night, so I just kind of like didn't sleep that well from there. Luckily, I have my whole drive to wake up. But yeah, all my stuff is packed. Gotta bring my giant water jug because they don't have any water at my office, which no one else seems to mind, by the way. I swear I'm the only person who drinks water. Like, I'll drink all of this and all of this, and I'll like still want more water. Okay, good morning. I made it to work. I actually split this vlog into 2 parts. So this is a very dentist work focused vlog. If you're new here, my name is Catherine. I'm a dentist and also a content creator. So lately my morning commute has been around 45 minutes. So I drive to work while drinking my smoothie, check in on my charts for the day, and get suited up and ready to go. In the morning, I reviewed this implant case that I had for the afternoon, just so I was prepared. We also had a crown on number 30 in the morning as well. That went well. One of the reasons I chose this office is because they have CEREC, they have the nice scanner so I can do same day crowns, and I honestly love designing my own crowns. It's my favorite thing. Every time I design my own crown, it comes out perfectly. Margin's perfect, the shape is great, the occlusion is great. I just really like being able to take back that control instead of sending it to a lab. Then for lunch, this has been my obsession lately, these little snack boxes with bell peppers, crackers, cottage cheese, and hummus. And it actually has a good amount of protein in because cottage cheese, I am just honestly thankful that I love cottage cheese because it is such a good high protein snack. I also always try to go on a walk and treated myself to a little coffee at lunch because it's been a rough week. I was tired. In the afternoon, we had some aligner deliveries, some more fillings, and I always have exams throughout the day because we do have a hygienist, so always doing exams for that. Then after my very long and exhausting drive home, we went on a walk because I just need to move my legs after that long car ride. Okay, got home from work. I decided to trust Apple Maps, and it took me, like, honestly, it was traumatic, this drive home. Like, that's how bad this drive home was. It took me an hour and 20 minutes. I was going through the streets of LA. Literally, it told me it was gonna save me 10 minutes and it took me an extra 20. So, I should have known better, but whatever. Anyways, got home, we went on a little walk. Stopped by Trader Joe's just because I didn't feel like cooking much for dinner, so I'm just gonna do this little vegan Thai green curry with tofu. And I also got some of my favorite Trader Joe's snacks. I got these rolled corn tortilla chips, the ranch flavored. They're like Takis, except ranch ones are so good. I always get some dried mangoes, and then I've also really been liking these mint chocolate creams. So, anyways, I'm tired. I can't talk about my day right now because I'm too tired, so. Okay, you get me all ready for bed. Today was kind of crazy. Honestly, the worst part was just the drive home. Everything was good in the morning. I did do a crown on number 30 and it went well, but my patient struggled to get numb even though I hit the IA. Even though his lip was numb, his tissue was all numb, like everything, all signs pointed to me hitting that IA on the dot. Yeah, he was just feeling very sensitive. So sometimes getting people numb can take more than the actual procedure. Then we delivered an implant crown in the afternoon, which I struggled so much with implant crowns at my last office, especially anterior implant crowns, and it was literally never my fault. It was always a lab issue. Like, we just worked with the worst labs and I had no one to ask about it. Tell me why this time we're delivering an implant crown. Didn't need to adjust contact occlusion. It's seated perfectly immediately. I'm like, this is how it should be. So it's so nice to work in an office where they already have like good relationships with labs and good labs like already figured out, because that's how all crown delivery should be. But then I did try to deliver another crown in the afternoon that had an open margin, so we had to rescan. We were missing part of the scan and then I had to call the patient back. It was just like kind of a big mess. So we were supposed to go home a little early and ended up going home a little late. So anyways, gonna go to bed. I'm gonna wake up early tomorrow. I've gotten some questions about my gym schedule with this office, and part of the reason why I took this job was because, first of all, they really wanted me, so that they were very flexible with my time. So they actually adjusted the schedule for me on some of my days so that I could go to the gym before work and not have to wake up at 5 a.m. So last week I drove to where my office is and I worked out there and then got ready for work, which actually saved a good amount of time. But tomorrow we're gonna get up early, go to my normal gym, and then drive to work. But I think there may be more traffic because I'll be leaving later. So, but if you never try, you never know. So we're gonna try. Oh, Peach, she's here. Hey, baby girl. You ready for bed? Okay, time for bed. Okay, it's 6 o'clock. my skin, I'm looking so rough. My skin is getting those little like rash bumps again, but like I just got over this. My skin, you know, my skin was doing too well. We did go a bit too long between changing our sheets, and we just changed our sheets yesterday. So let's hope that fixes this. Is the new Alphalete. They're mid-rise contour leggings, but Alphalete's mid-rise is like, first of all, shout out to Alphalete for having a consistent mid-rise because they're always the same. But they don't like squeeze me like some do with the mid-rise. And then full-length long sleeves. So far, I'm preferring my schedule of getting up to going to a gym there because I feel like this, I'm waking up very early for like a 45-minute workout. I don't know, we'll see. Showered, got my new scrubs on. Do they feel a little bit bigger than normal? Yes, but when is big sizing ever normal? The pink is super cute though. So anyways, fingers crossed my drive isn't too long. Let me know if you guys like these voiceovers during the workday or if we like a mix, but we got to work. A new pair of scrubs just always does it for me. So in the morning, again, I had a crown, and then also whenever I'm free, I help design other crowns because I just really like doing it. So we worked on this number 18 crown and just kind of showing what I do to design it here. The software does a lot, but I always like to make sure we have nice cusps, good contact and everything. Then we had some aligner refinement deliveries. Then I've also been eating my lunch outside quite a bit as well, which is just really nice to get outside, get some fresh air and go on my walks. In the afternoon, we had another crown, doing a same day crown here, and then while that crown was milling, I also did a filling on the patient. Because if a patient's in the chair, I like to get as much done as possible so they don't have to keep coming back. Okay, I just got home. My drive was crazy long. I can't even talk about it right now. Sometimes we just have to move on. I'm so thankful that it's still light outside even when I get home late because I'm about to head on a walk right now, and in the winter, it's gonna be dark and I do not enjoy walking in the dark. Anyways, we're gonna go on a walk and then we have some wedding stuff to go over tonight. I'm getting married in just a couple weeks, which is so crazy to say because we've been planning our wedding for so long. But we're at that stage of wedding planning where Ian and I have to sit down like at least 2 nights a week to discuss wedding stuff. And if you've planned a wedding before, you know in the last like month to a few weeks, this is the stage where like a lot of the final balances are due. Fortunately, we've been planning this wedding and saving for this wedding for a long time. We literally got engaged 2.5 years ago and have been together for like 13 years. So we've had a lot of time. I'm thankful for Ian in many ways. Well, one thing he did teach me was how to be financially savvy. Like he knows about investments, like credit card points, like anything financial, like he knows it all. So I'm excited to say that the sponsor of today's video is Monarch, and Monarch already had Ian's stamp of approval. So when they reached out to do a sponsorship, it was a no-brainer. Monarch is a private, ad-free personal finance platform that brings all of your accounts into one clean dashboard. It automatically helps you track your spending, your net worth, and helps you to stay more financially aware without having to check a million places. And as a very visual person, it just makes seeing the big picture as well as little details so much easier, and the platform just honestly is very well designed. It looks beautiful. It especially helps me because I do have multiple income sources. I'm a dentist, but I also do social media, and it's kind of hard to keep track of all of that. And it really helps with the mental load of tracking finances because not only does it auto categorize your spending, but it also summarizes it for you, so it makes things very easily digestible. Monarch syncs with 13,000 plus institutions and works on the web or mobile app, and they have really great collaborative features that allow you to review your finances with a partner. This is what Ian and I have been doing to not only track our wedding savings goal. You can set specific goals goals on the platform as well, but to also track our shared expenses and all of that. Having these discussions, these goals, and just transparency in general has definitely helped us reduce the wedding stress. So thank you so much to Monarch for partnering with me. You can start your free trial and get 50% off your first year of Total Money Clarity using my link, or use code Catherine50 for 50% off the Monarch Core tier. Okay, good morning. I absolutely could not talk after work yesterday. My fellow, mostly introverts who are in an extroverted career will understand. Again, it wasn't even my work day that got me so tired. I drove home and it took me an hour and 40 minutes. And I just like truly, there was no explanation for the traffic. I started doing shifts at this office like end of March. And I have not experienced traffic like this, so I hope that, like, you know, before it was just like normal, and this week has just decided to be insane, because if this is how my drive is, I cannot do that. But anyways, my work day was good. I got there plenty early. It was a longer drive going to my normal gym versus working out there. It was like 55 minutes in the morning, but the drive there is never as bad as the drive back, which someone explain the science behind that. But we had a good day, lots of crown deliveries. Luckily, like I said, the doctor who owns the practice does really good work. So if I happen to be like delivering his crowns, not crowns that I did, still goes smoothly. So that's all been going well. Delivered some clear aligner refinements, and then in the afternoon, we've actually been able to manage same day crowns, which I used to do all the time at my first office, but this office, they like weren't used to that because the owner doctor is like a little bit slower. So they're always like hyping me up. They're like, Doc, you did a same day crown and a filling all within like 2 hours. And I was like, thanks for hyping me up, guys. That shouldn't be impressive, but like, I'll take it. I'll take the compliment. And all went super smoothly. And then our 4 o'clock patient was a crown delivery. He shows up at 4:30. We're like calling him, he's like 5 minutes, 5 minutes. So here's your sign that if you are a 4 o'clock patient, you are probably the last patient they're seeing. Do not be 30 minutes late to your appointment. Luckily, it all went very smoothly and went super quickly, but I would say most offices probably wouldn't see that patient. And I don't want to hear that your dentist always makes you wait, because I'm very prompt. Unless something really bad has happened, I see my patients on time because I have time anxiety, so I like to make sure everyone's on time. Anyways, we are done with work for the week. I don't know how much of the weekend I'm going to vlog. Anyways, I'm gonna go to the gym. I slept in way too much. It's literally 8:30. Oh my god. I'm gonna make it to the gym at like 9. I gotta go. And then I finally have a Botox appointment, which I'm so excited because my masseters have been acting up. I just get Botox in my masseters. Occasionally I do a lip flip. We'll see how I feel. So let's go. Outfit. It just was an Alphalete pump kind of morning. Some days you gotta throw on your pump shorts and feel cute. We got the Alphalete Everyday Core bra underneath. They need to bring this back because it's really good. And then one of my favorite crop hoodies is also like 5 years old, but one of my favorites of all time. Okay, I didn't really vlog anything today because I'm just a little bit vlogged out. It's been a long week, so we're gonna wrap up the vlog here. I just did some editing, video planning today, and then I went on a little evening walk. I'm wearing a little Petula outfit. This is the recent FeatherTech little floral print, so cute. And then these flow shorts are from last summer, but one of my favorite shorts that they've ever done. Anyways, went on a little walk, saw a cute sea lion. Then I stopped by Barnes & Noble just to see what they have. And my Barnes & Noble is like the worst. You never have like any new books. I'm almost done with the women. Really, really good, but I still think I liked The Great Alone better if we're talking about Kristen Hanna books. And then I was in the mood for a thriller. So I'm really picky about my thriller authors because I don't like to read intensely disturbing books, which some of these authors, they genuinely need help. Freida McFadden is my favorite because she's not incredibly graphic and like disturbed and like essay heavy. I started reading We're All Guilty Here by Karen Slaughter, and I was just immediately getting the wrong vibes. When the main characters are like promiscuous 15-year-olds, you lose me immediately. It's just kind of gross, so I just can't do that. Now I'm reading War Deep by Frida McFadden. After that, I'm going to be reading Rights of the Starling, which is a new release. The first book was Shield of Sparrows, which I really liked. And Peach would like to go outside. What? Okay. She is so needy. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.